Meghan Markle has often spoken candidly about motherhood, offering glimpses into the life she shares with Prince Harry and their two children, Archie and Lilibet. As one of the most talked about families in the world, the Sussexes have balanced the demands of public attention with a fiercely guarded sense of privacy, especially when it comes to their children. Still, when Meghan opens up, it's with a warmth and thoughtfulness that reflects both her personal convictions and the deep love she has for her family. Her thoughts on raising Archie and Lilibet offer not just insights into royal parenting, but a more universally relatable reflection on modern motherhood, identity, heritage, and intentional living. Meghan has described motherhood as transformative, often saying that becoming a mother made her feel more grounded. She recalls that with Archie's birth in 2019, she and Harry felt a profound shift, not just in their personal lives, but in how they viewed the world. For Meghan, motherhood isn't just about raising children. It's about raising kind, conscious, human beings who understand the importance of compassion, responsibility, and justice. In interviews and public appearances, Meghan has hinted at how she and Harry approach parenting as a team. They aim to provide their children with stability, but also the tools to thrive in a complex, sometimes chaotic world. There's an emphasis on emotional intelligence, on gratitude, and on being aware of one's privilege. With Archie, Meghan has said that she felt an immediate connection that expanded her sense of purpose. She talked about holding him for the first time, overwhelmed with love and a sudden awareness of the responsibilities ahead. In the years since, she's been careful to nurture his individuality. She believes in letting her children explore who they are organically, rather than molding them into preset ideals. When Archie was still a toddler, Meghan and Harry made the landmark decision to step back from royal duties, in part to give their children a more normal upbringing. Meghan later shared that this choice was also about protecting their kids from the intensity and scrutiny that had defined much of her own experience in the spotlight. Lilibet, born in June 2021, added another layer to Meghan's experience as a mother. Meghan has said she felt more confident the second time around, more trusting of her instincts. She has spoken about how much Archie loves being a big brother and how watching their sibling bond develop has been one of the most beautiful parts of her parenting journey. Meghan sometimes describes her children with lighthearted metaphors. Archie as curious and energetic, always asking questions, and Lilibet as observant and affectionate with a quiet strength. These glimpses come sparingly, but when shared, they're delivered with a sense of wonder and gratitude. Meghan's thoughts on parenting also reflect her background and her desire to give her children a deep connection to their mixed heritage. As a biracial woman who faced challenges navigating her own identity, Meghan is intentional about giving Archie and Lilibet a strong sense of self. She once spoke about the power of representation and how important it is for her children to see themselves reflected in the world around them. Whether that's through books, art, or the stories they hear at bedtime, she wants them to grow up knowing that their identity is valid, multifaceted, and beautiful. There's also an intentional balance that Meghan and Harry try to strike between tradition and progressiveness. Though their children have royal blood, Meghan is committed to a lifestyle that's grounded and human. She has often emphasized that her primary focus is not on titles, expectations, or status, but on love, respect, and empathy. Meghan wants Archie and Lilibet to know that kindness is more important than status, and that who they are inside matters more than any title they may or may not hold. In this way, she's reimagining what it means to be royal, not as a duty, tied to ceremony, but as an opportunity to lead with heart. Education plays a big role in Meghan's philosophy as well. She and Harry have been intentional about creating a stimulating and nurturing learning environment for their kids. Meghan is known to be passionate about reading and writing, and she's passed this love on to her children. Storytime is sacred in their household, and Meghan has spoken about how bedtime reading has become one of their favorite family rituals. Her own book, The Bench, was inspired by Harry and Archie's relationship, and it reveals how deeply she values the emotional bond between father and child. Through stories, songs, and shared time, Meghan believes that children develop not just literacy, but also emotional understanding. Outside of books, Meghan believes in letting her children connect with nature, a principle that she and Harry often prioritize. Living in Montecito, California, gives them the space and privacy to raise their children outdoors. Meghan has described walks through the garden, afternoons playing in the yard, and watching the kids interact with animals is some of their most cherished moments. She wants her children to have not only an awareness of the world, but also an appreciation for its beauty. This connection to nature, she believes, nurtures a sense of calm and mindfulness that will serve them throughout their lives. Meghan's own experiences with mental health have also informed her parenting. She has been open about the challenges she faced during her early years in the royal family, particularly while pregnant with Archie. That period shaped her views on how critical it is to create a safe emotional space for children. She wants her kids to grow up knowing that it's okay to talk about feelings, to ask for help, and to be vulnerable. Emotional safety is a priority in their home, and Meghan hopes to instill a sense of resilience in her children, not the kind built on stoicism, but the kind built on authenticity and support. When Meghan talks about her children, there's often a note of joy mixed with a deep sense of responsibility. She knows the world will have expectations of Archie and Lilibet, but she's determined to help them define themselves on their own terms. Part of that includes teaching them about service. Meghan and Harry have woven philanthropy into the fabric of their family life. Whether it's holiday donations, community service, or environmental awareness, they involve their children in age-appropriate ways to cultivate compassion and social awareness. At the heart of it all is Meghan's belief in the power of love. She frequently references the unconditional love that fuels her parenting, the kind of love that shows up in little ways, holding a tiny hand, sharing a laugh, comforting a bad dream. It's this love that she hopes will guide Archie and Lilibet through life, anchoring them no matter where their paths may lead. Meghan has also emphasized how she and Harry support each other as parents, describing him as a hands-on, nurturing father. They work as a team, trading off tasks, celebrating small milestones, and trying to stay present amid the demands of their public roles. Meghan has said that one of the greatest privileges of her life is being able to witness her children grow. She delights in their curiosity, their innocence, and the way they see the world. As much as she teaches them, she says, they also teach her. Archie's inquisitive nature reminds her to stay curious, to keep asking questions. Lilibet's quiet. Resilience reminds her of the power of grace. In many ways, motherhood has deepened her sense of empathy, not just as a parent, but as a global citizen. It has reinforced her belief in the importance of advocating for women, for families, and for marginalized communities. Though she and Harry now live largely outside the royal spotlight, Meghan continues to shape the narrative around modern parenting in ways that feel fresh, honest, and empowering. She doesn't pretend to have all the answers, and she's not afraid to admit that parenting is messy, unpredictable, and humbling. But through it all, she approaches her role with a sense of joy and purpose. Meghan's vision for her children is not wrapped in grandeur, but in integrity. She wants them to be kind, curious, and courageous, to know that their worth is inherent, not conditional. As Archie and Lilibet grow, Meghan and Harry's choices will undoubtedly continue to shape their worldview. But more than anything, Meghan hopes her children feel seen, heard, and deeply loved. She wants them to feel safe being themselves, to find strength in vulnerability, and to believe in their ability to make a difference. These are not just royal children. They are children being raised with the intention of becoming thoughtful, loving, and compassionate adults. Meghan often reflects on the ordinary moments, morning routines, snack time, bedtime stories, as the true treasures of motherhood. Despite the noise that surrounds her public image, it's in these small, quiet acts that she finds her truest self. She once shared that becoming a mother reminded her of what really matters: the giggles, the scraped knees, the whispered, "I love yous" at bedtime. These are the moments she holds onto and protects fiercely. The story of Meghan Markle as a mother is not one of fairy tale royalty, but of intentional living. She has taken her unique platform and used it to advocate for authenticity, compassion, and progress, not just for her children, but for all children. Her thoughts on parenting are steeped in love and hope, the kind that echoes in every lullaby sung, every hand held, every lesson passed on around the kitchen table. Meghan Markle's journey as a mother continues to unfold, but already it is clear. Her most enduring legacy may not be her title or her fame, but the way she has chosen to raise Archie and Lilibet, with kindness, courage, and a royally sweet devotion to love.